Hello, my name is Ant, and today I'm going to be asking the question, why did Jesus overturn the tables and drive out the money changers in the temple before he was crucified? Well, let's read the Gospel of Matthew chapter 21, verses 12 to 13. It says, "Then Jesus went into the temple of God and drove out all of those who bought and sold in the temple, and overturned the tables of the money changers and the seats of those who sold doves. And he said to them, 'It is written, my house shall be called a house of prayer, but you have made it a den of thieves.'" All right, so before he did this, he was about to celebrate Passover with his disciples. He had said to them, "I'm going to Jerusalem. He's going to be handed over to evil men. He's going to be treated badly. He's going to be crucified and basically die, and on the third day rise again." Now, he said this to his disciples 3 times before they went into Jerusalem. And he was setting the stage here because he was the Passover lamb. Now, there's a reason why he did this. In fact, it demonstrates that he is the Passover lamb. Now, I'm going to read a passage from Exodus chapter 12, verse 15, and this will set the backdrop for it. "7 days you shall eat unleavened bread. On the first day you shall remove leaven from your houses. For whoever eats leavened bread from the first day until the 7th day, that person shall be cut off from Israel." So in the tradition of Passover, they were meant to remove all the leaven out of their houses, and that's where we get the idea of a spring clean, because Passover is held in the springtime over in that part of the world. So they'd have a spring clean, they'd clean all the leaven out, and some of them are so pedantic about it that they even have a separate oven to cook in, separate utensils, separate plates and everything. Now, we don't take it that seriously here. We do have a bit of a clean-up, but the real message of the leaven is that the leaven represents sin. So the real idea is that we clean the sin out of our lives. So it's more of a time of introspection. It's a time of examining ourselves and removing those things in our lives that are a hindrance. All right, so we've established what that's all about. So come Jesus to the temple. Well, the king at the time was King Herod, and he was basically put there by the Romans. He wasn't a native Israelite, but he was put there as like a puppet king. But he did actually do some favour for the religious Jews. He built extra courts around the temple, and these were like a marketplace. They were beautiful. They had Roman architects build them, and they were very fine, exquisite buildings. Now, in those buildings is where they had all these marketplace people, all these traders, these table people, these people that would buy and sell. And the idea was it was a one-stop shop for all your needs for the temple. It was the best place to go for your consumer needs. It's a bit like your big stores today, that you can get everything you want in the one place. Now, Jesus came in and he had to clean out the sin out of the temple, and that's precisely what he did. It wasn't that what Herod did, he meant bad by it. It's just simply that Jesus said his house shall be called a house of prayer. The Father's house will be called a house of prayer. And it wasn't supposed to be a big consumer temple. It wasn't supposed to be all about consumerism. So he cleaned that out. And by doing that, he demonstrated that he was doing what was required in Passover, that he was cleaning out the leaven out of the house. And so instead of being a house of consumerism, he was pointing out to them it was a time of prayer, it was a time of getting close to God the Father. So that proves that he is the Passover lamb, because basically the idea of Passover was that if the lamb was supposed to be slain and it was supposed to die on that Passover night, before that the house had to be clean. And by cleaning the house, he demonstrates that he is indeed the Passover lamb. And that's why he overturned all the tables and he cast out all the money sellers and changers in the temple area. It's because today, if you look at churches, many of them are big consumer commercial type things. He never intended to be like that. It was supposed to be a place of prayer, a place where you seek God and find him. And that's what Jesus was bringing out in all this. Well, I hope that blessed you. I hope it made it clearer. God bless, and bye for now.